This one's interesting because the sensory rootlets come off pretty medial, and they don't attach themselves to the anterior motor units until they're in the foramen. So they come together like this to form one nerve root. So you actually have to get the so start your foraminotomy, reflect the ligamentum, or sometimes you're already lateral to the ligamentum by the time you do your keyhole part of the foraminotomy, and you can touch the nerve root right then, or you can reflect a little bit of the ligamentum. The posterior cervical anatomy is so different from the lumbar. The ligamentum's not as thick. It doesn't go quite as wide under the facets. And so you can typically get access to that nerve root pretty quickly just by drilling. And then you test, and then you finish your keyhole foraminotomy based on what you're stimming at. But it's actually pretty helpful, especially in the cervical spine, because the foramen are much smaller in the cervical spine than they are in the lumbar spine. So you don't have as much room. So you want to make sure you're getting good decompression. Yep. Because when you do a keyhole foraminotomy, the biggest opening is on the lamina. And then you do a thinner opening that looks like a key. So you've got the bigger part and then the thinner part that comes over the facet. You can do that bigger part before you've done any of the actual key thread part and get in and touch the nerve root right then.